Hey, so are we cool with me having shape water as a cantrip so that I can drop 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot cubes of fucking water on people?
Dude, it's honestly like so useful. There's so much you can do with that spell.
Dude, that's a fuck ton of water, dude.
Dude,
That's
right?
like that's seriously like the size of a small pool by itself.
Dude.
Like imagine all of that just dropping on your head.
Dude, you can sit there and like clear out lakes because you can pull it out. Like
That's 125 square feet of water
in
as
6
a
seconds.
cantrip.
In 6 seconds.
Get fucked.
You can
Wait a
just clear.
second. Is what class is granting you that?
Nature cleric, baby.
It's just a ZGE spell, and they basically gave it to everybody. Like all those shape spells.
They're fucking you instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of waters. Oh, you just directed change it. Never mind. I thought you could fucking teleport water.
So let's go ahead and talk about what you guys remember the most.
Well, me and Yarn fucked some doors up real good.
Oh yeah! What the hell was that all about? I was not expecting that. I'm glad that I prepared for it though.
What do you mean? We are looting the rooms, dude. You can't put magic items in
I'm
one room.
talking about prepared for it by occupying those rooms.
Oh.
Where you go.
You can't just
Well,
put
there's
a
a
door
door
there and not expect us to break it down. I mean,
Hey,
You build it up, we're gonna break it down. So then we met Grey Rat, who
Ooh.
was a shyster and possibly not actually who it was. And he told us to go fight the winged angel knight in the courtyard. And our front line just walked into the weed whacker repeatedly.
huh? That was interesting.
And I think that's where we left off, right? Like right after that fight.
Yeah. You set him up, I'll knock him down, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so specifically, and I want to reiterate this because there have been changes to the weapons that you guys have acquired, and I'll go ahead and I will chalk up just the amount of times that you guys went prone to retconning to this being the reason why, rather than for some reason his special ability, which is a melee ability and not a magic ability, not requiring to hit and just requiring a dex save. So that'll be the magic weapons that you guys purchased from the supposed Grey Rat character before revealing himself on that rooftop and calling you guys greedy guts and telling you that you did not deserve meeting with and purchasing from a proper thief because he was able to fool you. Gave you weapons that made sure that when you're doing your saving throws, as long as you're wielding that magic weapon, your saving throws are 2d8 rather than 1d20. As long as you guys are wielding those weapons or have them on you, your saving throws are 2d8. That's...
So up to date, they're 2d8.
Yes. So the thing where it was your dice rolls go down a die, so if you're dealing 1d10 damage, it deals 1d8. That goes away. That is now replaced by your saving throws and attack rolls are 2d8 rather than 1d20. Everybody got that?
No, repeat that. Sorry.
You didn't acquire anything.
Oh, so it doesn't matter.
So you're fine. But for everybody else who ever bought a weapon from Grey Rat, your saving throws and attack rolls, you roll 2d8 rather than 1d20. So everybody get that?
yeah.
See.
Okay, cool. So you can continue to carry them with you if you want, or you can choose not to. So then after that, we did fight the wing tonight. None of us got hit by the Pillar of Light attack. Good for you guys for backing up from that one at least. And then we were able to finally defeat the Winged Knight, which we were told was the last remaining Winged Knight on the city floor of pretty much the commoners part of the city guarding the way out. So you guys were able to defeat the last of this kingdom's royal Winged Knight down here. And in doing so, you find your way out of the winding city streets occupied by many ragged, aimless hollows who are mindlessly doing the work that they had once done in life. Not sure for how many years they've been aimlessly wandering. But we find our way through these large wooden double doors that were once locked with heavy wooden planks to prevent entry past them. And we find ourselves in a small, peaceful, quiet courtyard where we have heavy stone walls surrounding us. And looking up, we can see the sky and the clouds and the setting of the sun above us. Excuse me. In this courtyard is a single water fountain, which has now gone to dust and is no longer producing water. It's just a dry bowl of cement. And to our left, we have some dead trees that we can once assume were blossoming beautifully with red and purple and pink leaves and flowers, which now are just twisting, rotted, vain-looking gray trees. And directly in front of us, we see something very odd for the climate that we've been in. We've been in sort of a temperate, flat, grassy, rolling hill area from the Cemetery of Ash, and we can assume we're in the same sort of climate here. Not very cold, not a lot of wind, but for some reason at this double door in front of us, it is locked tight by hard, freezing ice. And we can see that a pile of snow has tumbled its way through this door and sits still in front of the ice that is keeping this door shut. And we can feel a cold chill centering at this door. To our right, we see another heavy wooden double door. This one looks to go into the church tower that we were told about. Looking above the wooden double doors, we can see what looks like a stained glass chapel window with colorful glass of pinks and yellows and greens and purples. And even higher above that is a monumental church tower with birds and ravens circling its top. And this is where we started last session. So let's go ahead and decide what we will do now. And as far as Dakota goes, Sayerbold, I will say he might have been speaking with another hollow in the area behind one of the doors that was in the Winged Knight circle, sort of little arena, and just came out and saw that you guys were there and were like, whoa, you guys are here. That's what all the commotion was about, or whatever. So whatever.
Mind me, don't mind me.
The church was doing.
Seem to disappear when we need you the most.
I had business. In quotation.
So we were told about, pretty much we were directed towards the best chance that we had of getting out of the city, which was being told to go towards the church tower, where priestess Emma might have a way out. But if you guys were wanting to explore anything in this city square, we can do that.
Yeah, I think I want to explore a little bit. I don't know about you guys.
I was gonna
Plus,
check out this door.
Wasn't the person who told us that Emma was our best way out also that little shithead that was climbing on the roof?
Appears to be so. I actually think it was Derek that told you guys that the hollow that
the one before him. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the hollow that saved you guys, which is where we met Sayerbold. So we can also assume for Sayerbold that he was talking to you as well about Priestess Emma and the Undead Settlement below. That can be a sort of sanctuary for you guys as you head out of the kingdom.
Go ahead.
I don't really know what we did last session, so I'm just gonna kind of let you guys guide this for now until I pick back up.
Yeah, I was just gonna investigate this cold door.
Okay. As you go towards it, you feel a grave chill make your armor cold and your flesh shiver. And it's just a pile of snow, I would say about 3 feet high. And as I said, it looks like ice has pretty much glued these doors shut.
Can I maybe give the doors a kick, see if they move at all?
Go ahead, let's make a athletics check.
We're gonna see if you kick them as hard as you physically can, or if you jump up and kick them with both feet at the same time.
So a solid kick right at the center weak point of these double doors as icicles begin to fall and the ice between the doors cracks in two. So it seems that now it is only the barrier of thick snow that is preventing you from getting through these doors as the ice has collapsed from your heavy kick.
I wonder if
Enith kind of like looks at Yarn, stand back, and she like prepares to firebolt the ice.
I was just gonna say, Jarn looks at Enith with like a wink, like he's gonna run through this door too. But the firebolt's probably a better idea.
One second here.
I don't know if you really want me to roll, since it's a cantrip. I can just like technically just keep throwing them repeatedly at it.
Right. Okay. And then what is pretty much the radius of that? It's pretty much just a 5-foot square, right?
It's just it's not even like a radius. It's just like a ball of fire that hits something, and once it hits, and it just ignites and starts anything on fire. So I just assume it might take a bunch of fireballs to melt through all this snow and ice, but it'd get there eventually with how hot they are.
Yeah, you guys, I would say, have enough passive time to keep on throwing fireballs at it. But you do cause a bit of commotion. Let me go ahead and do something here. As you're constantly casting fire unendingly at this door, I would say for about like 15 minutes before the snow completely melts, just like the 3 feet of deep cold.
Actually, can I use shape water on snow?
I
mean, it is H2O. I can pick up 5 foot by 5 foot cubes.
Yes.
So I can just
ice fortress, like an igloo.
The human shovel.
Yeah, so I can just do that. I don't know if you want to see like a spell card or something about it, but
yeah, do you have a little chat button that you could press to give us details about it?
I should be able to. Give me 1 second.
I can link it too if you want.
I need to write it anyway because I am adding my warlock stuff because I changed I'm adding my cleric stuff. Oh yeah, for you guys, because I fucked up on my class creation, I changed the warlock level to a cleric of nature level. So there's that.
Sweet, I got a level of cleric too.
Yeah, it's really fucking dope.
Is the shovel really necessary?
Yeah, the shovel is Sayerbold removing the ice with his water effects.
Yeah, I've got it right here. You don't need to post it. We're good.
I made
Sweet. So I kind of picture it as more of like a red wide shovel, like more of a snow removal shovel, less
For
of
sure.
like a grave digging shovel.
Unfortunately, though, I can't. There is no shovel merchant, or I can designate the type of shovel that appears. So.
Oh, I'll just go to Home
Okay.
Depot and I'll pull an image off there for you real quick.
Let me just like a big square JPEG of a dude with a beer gut and a thumbs up holding a red shovel and a polo shirt. Okay. So, let me go ahead and read this because it is a pretty specific ability that I think Bobby in one of my in real life campaigns totally abused the fuck out of. Okay. 5-foot cube. It is.
Oh yeah, you can instantaneously move it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just teleports
So
30 feet away,
or
within 30 feet away anyway.
Okay. Change the water color or opacity. Water must be changed the same way throughout. Freeze the water. Okay, so snow's fine because it's frozen water. Freezes in it. The water unfreezes in an hour. You can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can totally just take chunks of 5-foot cubes out of this as Enith goes ahead and melts the other half of it.
Well, I mean, if he can just move it, I probably wouldn't have even thrown fireballs at it.
Well, in order of appearance, there were first firebolts, and then there was Sayrbold being like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, you can go ahead and quit hurling fireballs as Sayrbold, moves the snow. As that's happening, was there anyone who wanted to do anything while we are removing barricade here?
Jarn's gonna kick the other door as well.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check. Perfect. Okay, you kick the door, and this door actually was not barred. I should have detailed that. But you go ahead and you kick the door, and they just swing quickly open from the force that you put into them. And they were just unlocked the entire time. So let me go ahead and show you what Jarnafel is looking at here.
Enith would be able to see it as well, right? Since they're pretty big doors that are just getting opened right to her side.
Yeah. So the doors slam open, and you guys go ahead and turn to see what looks like a dark, dimly lit, long church hallway of smoothly crafted and designed tile, and a long red flowing royal carpet just leading down it. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to that. And it would be Jarnafelt in particular who would have an oh shit moment, seeing, well, it depends on how your character would react, but you would see 2 Lothric knights that appear very different than the ones that you guys encountered. These ones do not have red capes, they have royal blue capes. Their clothing is decorated in gold lining and decorative designs, and their armor suit is not silver. It is almost like a burnt charcoal black. And they silently stand there staring at you, their capes waving in the breeze. And we do see that there seems to be a sort of priestess in long purple robes that is rocking back and forth on a wooden rocking chair above 5 feet of stone steps at the end of this cathedral of sorts.
Have they seen me?
They're staring
They
at you.
have.
I am going to back up, I guess.
You back up, and they follow forward.
Huh.
They're now walking toward you.
Jarnafelt's gonna cry out, "Hedges!"
So, all right, I'll go. Who's gonna take control of Hedges' character? It ain't gonna be me.
I thought Yarn was because Hedges took control of Yarn, so that they're just gonna flip flop.
Do you have control over Hedges' character? Should I? I'll go ahead and I'll change that. Shadow players, edit. Can be controlled by.
Why did that just pop up?
Because he hit shadow players.
Oh, okay.
So
You got
yeah,
a kick-ass fucking picture. Wow.
For real. And let me go ahead and give you control of Hedges as well. And then you can say whatever you think Hedges would do. So would Hedges follow you into the building, or?
Yeah, he's probably going to be right beside me, right there.
Okay, so he hurries forward and stands by your side as the heavy clanking and chain mail and iron.
Shit, sorry, I keep clicking the wrong thing, my bad.
Heads forward towards you. They don't seem to be going any faster. They don't seem to be raising their weapons for attack, but they are slowly heading towards you. And you guys are able to hear Jarnafelt cry out for Hedges to come forward. And I would say at this point you are able to hear the heavy iron armor come toward you.
Can I see through the doorway at all, like without being inside? Like, can I see them walking?
Yeah. And from your I would say at this point, the shimmering armor can be seen through the dim light as they emerge from the darkness. And you do see these two large Lothric knights. And the rest of you can see that, so Sayrbold will also be able to see this too.
I wouldn't go in there at all, but I would get ready to like help out with casting spells, because I can do that from a pretty far distance.
What would Sayrbold choose?
Are they like hauling ass? Are they sprinting at us? Or are they just walking?
Oh, it's sort of a brisk, methodic walk. In unison, almost.
Well, they've got different colored armor on, so let's not assume that they're immediately enemies. So I'll step forward.
You would recognize them, Dakota specifically, as the Gundam Knights.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Same appearance.
I can't cheat though, can I?
No. But
well,
it's
I would do the same
appearance that was described to you.
Okay, so I'd walk forward and greet them, like say, I don't know, greetings.
Okay, so let me go ahead and bring your character.
Hopefully they fucking ski right at me and fucking impale me. Can't wait, guys.
Okay. So
I'm about to re-roll my character again.
Would you guys sort of move out of the way for Sayrbold to come forward? It looks like he's intent on speaking with them.
Yep, I'm getting out of the way. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. So these two, seeing you approach, they stop in their steps and sort of stand at attention and look to you. What is it Sayrbold greets them with?
I would probably just say greetings. Like they were walking towards us. I want to know what they've got to say.
Right. Getting closer, you can hear a sort of eerie hiss come out from within the openings in their armor, and a heavy echoing breathing, as well as a searing, dark, spine-chilling red glow coming from their eyes. They see you, and they do not answer your greeting, but they stand to their sides in sort of a at-stance military position, looking as if they are welcoming you forward. So instead of looking to you, they sort of swivel to their sides and stamp one heavy foot on the ground that rumbles a little bit. And they sheathe their weapons and bring their shields forward, almost welcoming you forward.
I will apprehensively walk forward.
Okay, they are still almost like statues, motionless except for the heavy breathing coming from within their armor and the hissing. What is Enith doing at this point, seeing this happen?
Standing exactly 240 feet away from them.
Hey guys, so Sayrbold continues forward, and you can go ahead and move your character as far forward as you would like to move. You do see the priestess slowly rocking back and forth in her wooden throne-like chair, as well as what looks like to the left of her a stone statue of a Lothric knight on one knee with a stone basin in one hand below him, sort of at waist level, as well as a Lothric longsword, the same design as the regular Lothric knights that you guys encountered, held to its neck, looking as if it's about to draw its own blood. And these blue Lothric knights, their swords are not the same as the regular Lothric knights. The Lothric knights have thin, long blades with decorated hilts, and these ones are more specifically like mechanical, where they've got one purpose. They're not for show. They're meant for killing. They're like thick, wide, like anime great swords, pretty much, with just heavy, almost great axe looking hilts, but short enough to just be a regular great sword and shimmering a blue light. So the rest of you guys, do you follow suit or do you stay back?
I would, well, as I was walking forward, I don't know if they'll walk forward, but as I am walking, I will, can I have some context about the building we're walking into? I don't know if I should be like kneeling to this person. I don't know what their status is. That would change how I approach the situation.
So it is a beautifully designed Gothic like cathedral. So very, very, very high ceiling, arches, decorating the top of it, like small angels carved into the arches kind of thing, as well as big marble columns that reach to the ceiling. And we can see broken down like wooden pews lining the walls. And this looks like, religiously, historically important designs in this like velvety, flowing, almost like Catholic, like red flowing carpentry going across this expertly crafted tile. And this person, I mean, if you want to discern like status, that can totally be a roll of either, religion or history or.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what type, so you're trying to find their status. Is it like a military status, like a hierarchy type status, a religious status? Like what?
I would say religious. You said she looks like a priestess. That's what she looks like, right?
Insight might also actually be would also be a good one for that.
I thought insight was specifically intentions.
No, it can be you're trying to discern like how they're sitting, if they're sitting in like a royal manner. Insight is a lot of stuff.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just give a brief description of insight so I can better understand it. So true intentions of a creature, searching out a lie, predicting someone's next move. Body language, speech habits, mannerisms is the pretty much official description of that.
Yeah, so like a high priestess or someone of royalty would have certain body language and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, very important also, something I neglected to mention, a very tall steel double door, not wooden, but of pure thick steel that is curved at the top. It's not a straight up and down rectangle. It also has sort of an arch at the top of it, and it is designed with a crowned figure, a small, frail crowned figure sitting atop the shoulders of a large, crawling, armored, and flowing, long-haired figure with another.
Where is this? On the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a small, frail robed humanoid with a slanted crown on its bald head that is sitting atop the shoulders of a crawling, large armored, hair flowing figure with also another crown. This is displayed on the steel double door.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to let you choose. What should I roll, insight or religion?
For specifically
the priestess.
Okay, so you're trying. I would say religion. If you're trying to find out her religious affiliation importance. Okay, 15. So trying to discern sort of her status religiously, you can't tell that her robes and what she is adorned in is of religious affiliation more so than it is of political or military. Okay. You can tell that she is high-ranking, maybe a high priestess. She's not the run-of-the-mill cleric or priest. And she seems to have unique enough robes to have a specific designation in whatever religion that she follows, but you're not able to decide exactly what it is.
Okay. She has a title. I don't know what it is, but she has it. It's not like a nun.
Right. Definitely not some sort of common.
Yeah, she has a title. Okay. So I would walk forward and I feel like I would lay down my my weapons in a way that, well, I suppose if they're holstered, they would just be holstered. There's no reason to go all out about it.
For sure.
Walk forward and just say, how
far forward you walk? Go ahead and move your character wherever you'd end up stopping.
Right there.
Right there. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I would stop there, and it's a large hall. I assume she chooses to be here to address people at a distance until she trusts them.
Okay.
In that way, open-armed and gently to say, hello, religious one. I am Sayarbald. I wish you greetings and well wishes.
You on one knee, did you say?
Probably not that much, but I would give a gentle bow with open arms in that friendly sort of way that is characteristic of a youthful and innocent soldier, though I'm not by any stretch of the imagination. But I feel like in this case, a bit of persuasion may not be a bad course of action.
Okay, so you may be trying to get on her good side, show that you are, respectful of her. So do you want to make a sort of like, persuasion? You're not really trying to. You
want just a charisma?
Just make a charisma roll.
Hell yeah, I'm stupid.
I would say you just appeared nervous to her.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But as you speak, your voice reverberates and echoes throughout the marble and stone tapestry of this chapel, reverberating and echoing multiple times around you very clearly. And then as Sayarbald greets the priestess, what is it that Hedges and Jarnafelt do at the door while Enith is 240 feet away, toiling?
Jarnafelt is going to go eye up this fella's sword, and Hedges is just going to wander over here somewhere, just hanging
out. Okay. You approach the guy, approach the large Lothric knight looking at his sword. He's just kind of completely still, like a soldier standing guard, doesn't look into your eyes at all, doesn't move a single inch. Just allows you to inspect him, doesn't really take you into much notice. So, yeah, go ahead.
Jarnafelt's gonna sort of show him the long sword +1 he got from Grey Rat, and sort of make the motion like you want to trade.
Does not move a single inch and does not acknowledge you. So, as Sarah Bold approaches and greets this priestess, she stops rocking back and forth on her chair immediately, and she shakily brings up her hunched over body and shuffles over off of her chair to the front of the tiled, risen area that she's in. And she brings her arms up to each side and opens her mouth and addresses all of you. And says, as her voice echoes through this hall, she says, "Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled ones. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone to their churning homes converging at the base of this castle." Then reaches. Go ahead. Sure.
Okay, so I don't know if our characters would even know this, but how quote unquote widespread is the knowledge that, like, because I'm familiar enough with Dark Souls to know that the whole point of this is to bring on the Age of Dark, right?
Yeah, and you were also told that by well, I guess your character never. I would say that your character did make it to the Firelink Shrine just a little earlier than the rest of the party. So you also spoke with the Firekeeper, who told you your mission to gain your humanity back by bringing about
The Age of Dark.
the Age of
right?
Dark and finding these Lords of Cinder.
How widespread is that knowledge?
Make a history roll.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, you got the 14. Okay, cool.
Okay, good.
These are the rulers of this region. Anyone who's anyone knows of their godlike masters that rule over the land. Very, very widespread. They control all and everything, or did once in their heyday.
So, would anybody else say anything?
Not to her. Jarnafelt's gonna go find Yumi, wherever. I think.
Where is Yumi?
I've just been sitting on the fountain this whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there anything you?
I just read it in action to shoot the knife that they started acting fucky.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Whatever you wanted to find with Bucky is good with me. But
Jarnafelt's gonna go up to Yumi and offer him money in return for trying to steal this fella's sword from him, or replace it with my longsword +1 from Grey Rat.
No promises, but I'll try.
Sweet.
well,
I would then address the priestess by also speaking frankly. I would say that our current immediate intent is not to find them, but to get used to our surroundings and engage with the people and the environment of this land.
would anyone else address her?
I wasn't gonna address her, but would I have heard this whole thing going down about Yumi about to try and steal the sword? I was like probably right out there because it's like I'm 200 feet in a straight line away from them.
Oh shit! Sorry, I suck.
If you go outside to speak with Yumi, if Jarnafel goes outside to speak with Yumi, then yeah, you'd be able to hear their conversation.
Okay, so hearing that Yumi's gonna try and steal this sword from this dude, I walk up and I put my hand on Yumi's shoulder, and I just send like a bit of magical energy through my hand into her, and I give her guidance.
Hey, nice. Wrong one. Okay, Yumi, you can feel a magic energy surge through you that increases your performance and abilities.
Well, now or never, I suppose.
Jarnafeld's going to give you 2 thumbs up as you attempt this.
As Yumi walks away, Enith is giggling and laughing.
Yumi will go ahead and walk forward, and before you go ahead and do everything that you're trying to do to steal from this knight, I'll go ahead and have the priestess address Sarahbold as you sneak forward. So pretty much Sarahbold is telling her that Sarahbold is interested in learning about the nature of this land and its inhabitants.
Yeah. Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay. So the priestess slowly, shakily makes her way down the stairs cautiously in her old age. And she reaches the bottom. Doesn't really go any much forward than that, but is at your level as much as she can be. She is a short, hunched over, shaking old woman. And she says, "You are a few hundred years late to learn very much about this land. It is very close to being nothing more than extinction of a race that once was. All cultural significances and arts in this land have long since died out, leaving nothing more than the hollow dead carcasses and cadavers of those who also once were shambling and in need of a purpose which no longer resides in this land. There is nothing here."
Just as Yumi is moving towards these knights to steal the sword, Jarnafeld's going to stand in between them, sort of in their line of sight, and start doing like sword practice as a distraction. Just start waving.
They don't look at you.
Yeah, just making noise and being a fool.
Weird, yeah. Is Yumi making a stealth roll as she heads forward, or is she just moseying?
I was hoping to just try and sleight of hand it.
Okay, so you go ahead and just mosey forward, knowing that they're not going to really pay much mind to you.
Oh, here goes.
Okay.
I'm like really mad that I don't know this is happening because I would do everything in my power to stop it, but I am obviously engaged with, like, I can't meta and like turn around and be like, hey, can you guys not fuck with the gigantic fucking knights with red eyes? They're gonna fucking turn you to stone. Or some fuck ass wild shit.
Okay.
And the 1d4 extra. Oh.
Good one.
Okay.
Oh, it's still an 18.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, with an 18, you are able to
With Jarnafeld distracting them, should he have advantage?
They're not distracted. Not paying any attention to him. He's just being weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So with an 18, you are able to gently slide the sword out of its hand, but as soon as you do, it clenches its fists and notices that it is no longer wielding its sword, and it goes ahead and it swivels over to you to face you and lets out a low, angered moan. And as it does, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, Jarnafelt slides right up there with that longsword +1 and just, like, pretends to pick it up off the ground and hand it to this fella.
Make a persuasion roll. Dude, he literally can see his big-ass anime sword in Yumi's hands. But go ahead and make that persuasion roll.
Hey, that's not bad!
You have not convinced him. You're able to get him to, like, give a quick, like, double check. Oh, no. I understand what's going on here. So yeah, he lets out a low moan of anger. And as he does, the second Lothric Knight unsheathes his weapon and sort of gorilla groans as he quickly runs forward with his sword drawn.
Oh my god, you fucking dipshit.
As he does, the priestess yells forward, "Stop!" She says, and as soon as she does, the second Lothric Knight, who was about to attempt to tear you to ribbons, stops in his tracks and just looks at you. And the priestess begins slowly shuffling forward.
I would move out of her way.
Jarnafelt subtly waves at Yumi to go out by the fountain.
I'll drop the sword on the ground and make a quick apology before leaving.
Okay, so
why? We had to claim the sword.
Okay, so you drop the sword on the ground. The priestess walks forward, and she says, "Well, before that strange young woman left, I was about to merely tell her that these knights are here for the sole purpose of protecting me, the High Priestess of Lothric Castle, given my right of High Priestess from the lords who watch over this land themselves, Prince Lothric and his older brother Lorien, who you can see displayed on the steel doors in front of us. There is no danger here unless you are willing to harm me or harm them. Do not worry about their presence." And as she says that, the Lothric Knight bows down to pick up his large sword and...
I was going to ask if, like, while she was talking, if I could be, like, walking up and trying to mage hand it away.
Mage hand the weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you guys are all being meme lords today. Sure.
I'm not. I wanted to talk with this chick.
Yeah.
I got paid to do that. Leave me alone.
Okay. How much is it able to carry more than 10 pounds?
5. Is it 10?
The hand can't attack or carry more than 10 pounds.
There's 10. Okay, I thought it was 5.
More than 10 pounds. So the mage hand just goes through it and nothing happens. It's not able to pick it up.
Okay.
And the Lothric Knight goes ahead and picks it up and wields it once more. But they are now not at ease and staring at you as you pass, double as aware as they were beforehand.
Jarnafelt's gonna exit.
Exit stage left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hedges will stick with Sayerbold.
Okay. Priestess shambles over, stays her distance, but shambles over to Sayerbold and says, "Well, it appears you have no further use staying in this cathedral, and I would advise, as my Lothric Knights are very protective of me, a high stature of Lothric Knights that are specifically here to protect royal blood. They are not very tolerant of those who wish to meddle with royal affairs, so I would suggest that would be the time to leave. But before you do, and she reaches into a little fold in a belt by her robe, and she pulls out what looks like a small, worn-out brown banner with a strange insignia on it. What is Sayerbold's covenant again?
I don't know if we ever.
I think it was Warriors of Sunlight.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. I wonder if I wrote that down somewhere. If I didn't, I fucking better. Yeah, Warriors.
Okay, cool, yep. Awesome. So you're not able to recognize the insignia on this banner. I think Hedges was also a Warrior of Sunlight, so he is not able to recognize the insignia on this banner either. But she presents it to you, holds it forward in both palms, and says, "This is a farewell gift for you. It is the insignia of a very old covenant indeed, a precursor to one of the covenants that still somewhat thrives now. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits. This insignia may also be presented at the bridge to the Undead Settlement below, conjuring the bat-winged demons of the gods that protect this kingdom to guide you below to the Undead Settlement and the land of Lordran beyond. Good luck in your journey." And she presents it, but does not walk any further forward.
I will take it with a gentle bow and a thank you.
She bows back, and she says, "Good luck, Ashen Undead. There are many dangers that none have been able to trespass. I hope that you are different. I am getting quite tired of this aging land of fire. It is about time for the flame to wear out." And she shambles back to her rocking chair.
I suppose I won't look this gift horse in the mouth and bow and say, thank you, and I suppose I will head out as well.
So we head out of the cathedral, and me being the nice DM that I am, I do not have the Gundam Knights attack you guys for being meme lords. So trying to punch one of them in the nose or something of the like might have gone differently. But you now have acquired.
Would have been piked.
So you now have acquired a Lothric banner, who Sayerbold and Hedges was told. Here, let me go ahead and put you guys in the positions that you would be in. Enith, I think, would be like all the way back here. Yeah. So you guys go ahead and you exit to the cathedral with your new Lothric banner, and you bid your farewell to High Priestess Emma as she goes ahead and sits on her throne once more to await the end of the world. And the frost now completely melted from the double door. What is it that we do now?
Hedges is
well, we've only got one more place to go, right?
You guys can say fuck it and like try to make a career in this land, like selling dead fish and rotted fruit to, you know, hollows. But
yeah, let's fucking bail.
Had enough.
Well, hey, you guys know what this place needs? It needs some grass. You guys gonna start your grass company? Yeah, we're gonna call it Sayerbold and Sons.
Oh my god.
Right? Has anyone seen
Shut up.
All right.
I'm not actually mad, by the way.
I know. I'm just.
And I started saying, just in case. How do I fucking? Oh, so we've only got one more place to go, though, right?
Yeah.
Here's as such.
Yeah, let's just fucking go there. That's up here, right? So yeah, let's just do that.
Okay. All right, so you guys approach the heavy double doors that were once locked shut by frozen ice, which now are no longer locked shut, but still require the removal of a heavy wooden plank that keeps the doors closed.
Well, I position this large plank atop my shoulders and lift with thine legs.
If you wish, you can wield the plank.
The
as
board?
well.
Yes! You know so well.
Let me go ahead and
Just
see.
tell me,
Let me
maybe.
double check. So yeah, this plank, if wielded, can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
No, I'm not going to do that.
And you guys can put like a bunch of titanite shards and crystal shards into it, make it a +5, wooden plank.
Sweetie.
But yeah. So you're gonna go ahead and put the plank to the side and open them heavy ass wooden doors then, I assume?
Well, I will. I don't know about my compatriots and their desire to wield wooden boards, but
Jarnefelt is very disappointed he didn't get to kick those doors.
You gotta beat
yeah, let's go through it. I'm going through it. I don't know about the rest of you, but since I wasn't here for the last fight, I'm going to usher us into a new one.
Okay.
Well, whatever. You'll be first to go down then.
All right, sweet. I deserve it.
Okay.
Hey, do we have? I actually need to ask a question of my compatriots. Are any of us healers?
Oh, we do have
I can heal.
Medicine.
I should ask? Do we have spellcasting healers, or have they opted to? Okay, have you opted to not use your spell slots for like heal wounds and stuff?
We have a paladin. That's it.
I can heal. I have a level of cleric.
I know, but do you have the spells for it?
I can cast Healing Word.
I have Cure Wounds.
That's what I was going to ask, because I can get Cure Wounds too. But okay, if we've got people who can heal, then...
Are you smacking your dick against the wall? What is happening?
No, I'm beating the shit out of my dog.
Okay. Just out of a reminder, who's got the chime again? Is it
Me. Me.
Okay, cool. So, Sayerbald, with given enough time, I will make you do any sort of strength check, but they are very, very heavy and cold to the touch. Still, there's a still lingering frozenness attached to these doors, but you are able to slowly push them open. And as you do, you can smell salt water in the air, and you can hear the rolling of ocean waves or sea waves crashing against the bottom of the side below you.
I can abuse all my bullshit water technique.
Okay, so let me show you where we're at. We're at a very, very large, sort of a very large square, city square. This looks like a sort of entrance into the city. It's decorated with grass at each side, and what was once again, you could assume to be beautiful trees that are now just twisting gray dead trees. And heading immediately forward, we recognize a familiar cracked stone, a large basin filled with ash and the bones of humanoids, and the bones have now become brown with age. And in front of that, we see a set of some more stone steps that lead up to the edge of this long square. where we noticed the cracked remains of what could have been a bridge that led up to this square. And these walls go, I would say, like 100 feet high.
Jesus.
Stone walls, yeah. There is nothing that is covering the tops of them. It is once again sunlight that's shining through, and just the wind of the rolling sea waves that are hitting your face in this quiet, silent square.
Who stands before us?
You. What do you mean? Who stands before you? Oh,
Who the hell is the guy by the fountain?
There's a guy here. Okay, I'll go ahead and describe that. So you guys walk forward, and immediately you see. Let me go ahead and describe him to you. A humanoid. You're not able to tell if he's human or not. He wears a silver, faceless mask. Mask with no expression. It's just a blank silver mask with small, dark eye holes. And he adorns a gray, buttoned cloak, which looks strangely modern for the era that you're in. Almost like modern, like post-modern, I guess you'd call it. It's strange. Very decorative. And he is also wearing he is fashioning an almost colonial looking, as we would describe it, black hat, and carries a silver rapier at his side. In his hand floats what looks like sort of a blood-soaked stone orb, sort of what blood glistening against rock would look like. And it is an orb that is floating in place above his wiggling black-gloved black-gloved fingers, and it's spinning slowly. And you can see atop of this orb is a large eyeball with a red pupil that is darting in every direction and blinking occasionally.
This guy is definitely lawful evil at the gate.
We have some party members that might know what's going on, don't we?
I am an assassin.
Well, like, any blue sentinels might know what's going on. Maybe.
I would say
I think I'm a
no.
blue sentinel.
No. From the world that has been edited and crafted to my whim, you would not. So yeah, this guy is just sort of leaning against this fountain like a badass, pretentious anime character. And he is just spinning this orb with this large eye in the center of it in his hands, paying no mind to you. One leg crossed over the other as he leans against the basin.
I definitely am a little apprehensive about the guy with like the evil spinning gem eye. So that's kind of off-putting. Don't know if I.
He also wears a very fashionable black scarf around his neck.
Yeah, this guy definitely looks like an anime antagonist. So I don't know if I trust him.
What do you have against black scarves? I have one.
For real.
In Black Scarf, also in possession of a very brooding demeanor with a fucking gem eyeball that's alive is I don't know, man.
I may not have a gem on, but I do have a katana.
Does he notice us?
Yeah, he seems to be aware of you. He takes a quick glimpse to you, sort of studies you, and then brings his silver mask back to the spinning eye orb.
Where the fuck do we go from here? Oh, fuck, do we have to fight this guy? Because we gotta climb the stairs and use the ring, and then, alright, I see what's happening here.
So,
well, actually, I don't know if we have to fight him, but...
The orb is about the size of like 2 fists held together.
Oh, so it's like a grapefruit.
Not very big. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so what are we gonna do about this fucking wild
holding
guy?
a spinning grapefruit with an eye drawn in Sharpie marker on it upon further.
So I seem to have lost control of Hedges, but if I could
Oh,
control
okay.
him...
Let me go ahead and give you that back. It's a different token. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, did I do it?
Yeah, I can move him now.
Yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
Hedges is going to walk up to this fellow with Jarnafelt close behind, and you'll
I
have
will also be. Well, I don't want to fucking surround him, but
you'll have to forgive my accent, but he's going to say, "That's a pretty gem, lad. What are you gonna do with that?"
I like it. That is good enough for me.
Yep.
Yumi and Enith, what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna sit back.
Oh, Yumi?
I'm going to move up a distance away for the other side.
Okay, cool. All right, so Hedges goes ahead and approaches this strange postmodern boy, and says that's a very nice gem looking there, and he finally looks up to you, to Hedges, still spinning the blood-stained rock orb in his hand, and he gives Hedges a small bow of acknowledgement and seemingly respect. And he says in a deep voice, he completely sort of ignores your question and is just sort of curious about you, or ignores your statement, is just sort of curious about you. And he says through his muffled mask, he says, "Salutations, Ashen Undead. Fast on the trail of the Lords absconded, are we? I am Leonard, the Ring Finger. My goddess has been keeping an eye on you, as have I and my brothers. What is it you think you're doing here at the bridge of this castle?"
Well, we are going to wave a flag, and then some bat gargoyles are going to come and show us the way. What are you doing here?
Dude, I love it.
yeah, not bad, man.
Yeah. Uh, as he says once again, he says, "As I've said, I am here guided by my goddess to keep an eye on you and your companions. She has taken a liking to you, Ashen Undead, seeing a glint of something special in you. I'm not sure why. I do not entirely agree with her. You do not seem to be any different than the previous Ashen Undead that has traipsed through these gates. But I am loyal to my goddess, and I am here to greet you and offer you a hand in my covenant. I'm going to go ahead and give you a parting gift before I head back to my home."
Oh, yeah, I'm taking a step back. This guy's about to kill somebody.
And he points a green laser into your eyeball, and your
Yeah! I'm permanently blinded.
reaches into his satchel and he pulls out what looks like a shriveled gray tongue of
What is
you're
this
not sure what kind of creature, and it sort of flips around in his hand like the last sort of movements of a muscle that has been severed from its body. And he offers it to you and opens his hand up with this gray shriveled tongue in it, and he says, "Here, this is for you, a pale tongue. It is an offering to our goddess, collected from the cadavers of those unfit to fashion them. If on your journey you should encounter particularly unsavory and civilized folk, our goddess would take kindly to such an offering. If you're interested in joining me and my fellow ring fingers, and you survive your journey, you may find our goddess's throne within the Cathedral of the Deep. If justice for the wretched is a path that intrigues you, find her and give her this offering, and you too may become a ring finger."
I am going to go against my better judgment, step forward and take it.
Flickers around and flips around in your hand like a fish.
Yeah, really, really happy about that. I'm just gonna put that in like a little. I don't know. I assume that like all people from bygone eras, they're just covered in leather pockets. So I'm just gonna tuck this away somewhere.
Yeah, it looks almost Victorian, as sort of players outside the game would notice. Obviously, in Dark Souls, you wouldn't know what Victorian is, but that's sort of the dress aesthetic that he's got going.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not a big fan of Victorian tongue wielder over here. So can I just tuck away whatever the fuck he just gave me somewhere where we can forget about it for a bit?
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Well, I mean, we've got it if we want it.
I will go ahead and I will add, since he has offered you to become a part of his covenant, if you're able to survive your journey to the Cathedral of the Deep to meet his strange goddess, whoever she might be, who finds suitable offerings, being the tongues of, quote, folk who are particularly unsavory folk who are unfit to fashion their tongues. So I'll go ahead and put in other info what this covenant is, and if anyone is interested in pursuing it later. But as you accept it, he says, "I wish you luck on your journey, if you are able to survive." Once again, and he chuckles to himself, and he looks toward this basin, and as he does, it immediately becomes engulfed in fire. And he engulfed in a tower of flame. And he goes back to look at you, and he tips his hat once more, and 1 foot after the other, he steps into the fire, disappears, and so does the flame. And you are now alone.
Do we want to immediately kill this fucking tongue thing? Like right this second? Because that guy needs to fuck off, whatever the hell.
Well, Jarnefelt is not interested in tongues, and I feel confident in saying Hedges is not either. Yumi, maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and shrug. I used to take eyes as trophies as an assassin.
Yeah, so tongues is like...
No different.
Whatever. Yep.
So if we wish to, if anyone is interested in what this man has to offer, for whoever wants to, we can pursue and try to figure out this man's covenant and attempt to learn more about it. But in the meantime, he has disappeared, leaving this square silent once more. And I'm going to quickly get a drink of water because I'm parched. So I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm actually going to go do the same thing.
Yeah, cool.
And they were never heard from again.
Yeah. You love getting beat up. You love getting beat up. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My dog. What are you doing, Pooch? Puppy. What are you doing?
Alrighty, I'm back with my gross, cloudy Moline water that tastes like salt and vinegar.
The patrician's
They
drink.
could have heard me. Originally from the same town. Well, he's from Geneseo, but anyway. He used to be neighbors. Interesting. By the way, are you guys still wielding your +1 weapons?
I left mine in the fountain.
Okay, cool.
After trying to hawk it to the scary blue knights, I just left it on the floor in that by the fountain, not in the fountain, but near it.
Hedges got one too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say he dropped it as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be a safe bet. A maximum of 16 on attack rolls probably would be great.
No.
And just test it out. 9.
All right, you fucking big Jumagoos, let's go.
That's
I'm
not.
gonna go. What are we doing actually right now?
We'll
Standing
find
around.
out.
Okay, then I'm just gonna sprint and jump off of this thing with the ring in my hand and just hope to be catched before I hit the water.
For real?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my god. All right, roll a new character, I guess.
I would start to
witness Cerebral jump off the cliff and just hit the rock
Eat it.
midsummer style. It's over.
Okay. I would pull out the ring that I was given with this sigil on it and be like,
Ring.
okay, guys, well,
That
we're
was
here.
it was a banner, dude.
It was what?
A banner.
It was
like
a banner.
flag.
Oh, I thought it was on a ring. I thought it was a sigil on a ring.
It was a sigil on a small cloth banner.
Then I will pull that out and update the party as to what she said because they weren't in the room, and say that we're about to catch a ride with a bunch of really shisty fucking demon-looking things and bop on up to the Undead Settlement, I think, right?
They're
Where this is
definitely
taking us?
shiesty looking, that's for sure.
They're like super stringy or something, if I remember correctly.
Springy?
Yeah, don't they have like really like weird, lanky, like they have like no body fat?
Yeah, they're like
weird.
really thin, pale dudes with like hornet eyeballs, like insect eyeballs, and like witch noses.
Yeah, fuck that. Get rid of these guys. Oh,
Okay, just one
Let's go do
second.
Maggie, go lay down.
Would Jarnafelt, as a member of the Way of Blue, recognize the sigil on that banner as he's waving it around?
If it was a blue sentinel, correct?
Yeah.
But knowledge of Dark Souls, you know, it's Way of Blue. So yeah, I would say also your character. We'll go ahead and make a history roll or a religion roll, whichever you would prefer. Which is your preference?
Religion, I guess.
Oh Jesus!
Sweet.
This
Well,
part of your
I didn't even. Good job, nerd.
Relies upon undeath, like a motorcycle crash.
Yeah.
If you were wanting anyone else to try and see if they can figure it out, possibly.
I think I'm the only Way of Blue. I think.
Anyone else blue sentinel? I don't think so. I know Enid's the watchdog.
Hedges is a Sunbro.
Yeah, so we got two Sunbros. Cerebald and Hedges are Sunbros. What was I think Yumi didn't have a covenant?
Okay.
I was a forest hunter.
Watchdogs of Farron?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So we got two Warriors of Sunlight, we got two Watchdogs, and we got a Blue Sentinel. Okay, cool.
What was Ineth or whatever?
She was a watchdog, wasn't she?
There's that.
Yep.
That was the answer.
Okay.
Okay, what is our next move here? Cerebald has the banner.
I will approach the. I assume this is raised. Is it raised or lowered?
So it's raised 5 feet. Actually, it's raised 10 feet. It's raised 10 feet above the concrete and stone. And looking down, you do see sharp, jagged cliff face of rocks about.
Oh, actually, no.
I would say like 200 feet down.
Okay. Well, I will walk to its very edge and
Hold it right there.
Yeah.
As Sarebold walks to the very edge of this incline and this stone this stone platform that is rising above this cliff face of crashing waves, you guys all begin to feel a chill around you as
Nice.
rising out from seemingly nowhere, a frozen smog of ice and snow begins to conjure itself out of seemingly nowhere, and you are now absolutely freezing as this brisk frozen wind swirls around. And with it, you can begin to see the silhouette of a huge, hunched over, four-legged creature also begin to summon itself out of the freezing winds.
I ready my cross.
And as it
That's kind of
does,
loud, but it's cool.
okay, go ahead and turn it down if you want to. Then
How do I
I
do
just have
that?
the bot muted. Right click it.
Oh, I
then
think I-
suddenly, a huge silver armor-clad, four-legged humanoid that is hunched over on all four arms, or excuse me, 2 arms and 2 legs,
Holy
like a beast, with snow white flowing hair coming out of the edges of its helmet, which looks almost like a bearded, beastly humanoid who is wielding a great mace about 10 feet long.
baby.
Finds its way out of the frozen wind smog and lets out a loud, echoing, screeching, beastly roar that sounds almost like a cross between a human scream and a wolf's roar. And let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, baby. Yes!
Oh, sick.
Watch this fat 6.
Add to turn.
Not
Hell
sure.
yeah, crit, baby.
When I rolled for hedges, that was the 5.
Okay.
I don't know why it says Jarnafelt, but
Cool.
I clicked his thing.
Because it's you who rolled it, even though you took control.
Okay.
That's fine. So let's see. So Sayerbald gets a
34, boy.
then Enith got a 20. Wow, all really good rolls. Well, except for Jarnfeld, but that's fine. 2. I just got an 18. Oh, Jesus
Why is
Christ.
Dark
these are all
Souls music so good?
Because the composer is fucking insane.
Probably literally.
He also did the music for Mario Tennis.
That's so weird.
Dude, it is pretty fucking weird. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and roll for this big, beastly humanoid boy.
Nice crit.
Wow!
You fucking shithead!
A
You
39.
just had to say something, didn't you?
What's up? Why is it a 39? He gets a -1.
It's a crit.
That's plus.
Oh.
That makes it a 30, you dingus.
Oh,
So he got a 29.
it's a 29. Okay. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay, cool.
God damn it! Why?
Let me go ahead and
I blame you.
put these guys in order. Okay, you're still first. Okay, so first up is Sayerbold, who immediately swivels around, hearing this shriek, this hybrid shriek of a human and a beast behind him, and sees a huge silver armor-clad, hunched-over, beastly humanoid figure wielding an iron great mace that is 10 feet long.
Let's see.
It's Sayerbold's move.
I want to check my spell list to see if there's anything worth a damn right now. Actually, there really isn't. I am just going to do my good old-fashioned DPS move and press the button.
Okay, with shaking hands and nervousness upon seeing this huge beast, you go wide and the bolt goes right over its head.
God damn it. Well, that's all I can really do.
Okay, so let's see here. So next up is Vort. And he is going to bring up his great mace as you can hear it clash. Its bottom clash on the ground. And we hear a rumble from the impact. And he's going to swing it at both Jarnafelt and Hedges. It being 10 feet long and very heavy. So let's go ahead and
Crit fail.
see if he's able to do that. Okay. Alright, so 12.
Oh my god, a +8!
He got a 4 though. Okay, a 12. The great mace swings right over both of your head and you feel a heavy wind from it. And he brings the mace back down and seems to be exhausted from that one hit, or that one swing. So go ahead, Enith.
Can you reach me where I'm at right now?
Yes.
Alright,
We'll say you will not provoke attack of opportunities from this big boy. Takes him some time to bring his great mace back up.
okay, cool. So I'm going to move out of his range. Well, first things first, so my familiar and me act on the same turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Clamps go up there. And he's going to do the help action. And he's basically just going to like snip at its legs and try and distract it for when either Yarnafelt or Hedges attacks to give them advantage. And then I'm going to...
I hope you bid your crab farewell.
Goodbye, Sir Clamps. Alright, and then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of go here behind this tree.
Are we not planning on turning the crab to absolute dust?
Actually, right here, I'm going to cast Bless, and I'm going to target Yumi, Yarnafelt, and Hedges.
Wow, cool.
And then, so whenever I target an ally with a spell,
You're both super upset. Okay, keep going.
you're out of range, bro.
Am I more than 30 feet away? Oh, fuck, I am.
Oh my god, yeah, this is a
Yeah,
huge arena.
you're so far. I have a feature called Voice of Authority. So when I target someone with first level spell, I get to basically force them to make a melee weapon or make a weapon attack against a creature. So I'm gonna say Yarnafelt, and Edith's just gonna kind of shout over to him, "Attack this thing!" And Yarnafelt gets a free attack.
Oh, cool.
Well, if it targets all three of them, don't all three of them get a free attack?
I can only choose one.
Choose one, okay.
So I attack.
Yep, and don't forget you have an extra D4 on that from Bless.
Okay, I'm gonna two-hand my long sword
Oh my god.
and a D4.
Roll that D4. Alright, you just clank against its armor and deal no damage.
Don't I have advantage
Okay.
Yeah, didn't he have advantage from my?
Oh, did you?
from class?
Yeah, my crab.
Oh, advantage from the crab distracting him?
Yeah, helping. It says my familiar can't attack, but he can take the help action. So basically, what he's doing is he's helping. Yeah.
There's like a 30-foot-long behemoth, and this like crab is like nipping at it, and it's like, fuck, what the hell's that?
It's like an elephant and a mouse, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's
With
great.
18,
Fuck yeah, dude.
From this guy turning around to face the crab like how a frog swivels, you're able to slash into the open area between its armor.
Sick.
Sick.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
what did I
add
just do?
divine smite to that?
Just took the chat bar out of the chat bar. Anyway, go ahead. So 4 initial slashing damage.
What do I roll at level 3? 2d8.
Yeah. Well, is it in your first level spell slot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's 2d8. Awesome.
So 8.
Okay, with blinding holy light, you deal an 8 additional damage to him.
Sweet spell noise.
Yeah, and now it's Enid's turn.
Oh, I'm finished my move. We're good.
Yeah. Did you game a free action? Okay, Hedges.
Is it Hedges? Hedges had a 5. Isn't he last?
I guess I must have gotten you guys confused.
So
Did he have a 5? I thought he had a 2.
he had a 5 and I had an 18, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I got you guys mixed up.
So it's me again then?
Yeah.
I'm going to unsling my shield and one-hand longsword this time.
Nice.
I did this again. Okay, so 12 plus the 4. Unless it was just the advantage for that one turn.
He can only give advantage on 1 attack.
Okay.
So just the 12.
The crab?
Yeah.
10 plus the d4. I will say, even adding the d4, you just clank against its armor and doesn't go past it.
Okay.
Jeez. This is a scary start. Okay, Yumi.
Gonna sneak attack. Move up a little bit and swing.
Go for it. Okay, and the sneak attack, you don't get advantage. Do you? Let me see. Because I know there's something that happens with...
as long as there is another creature within 5 feet of it.
Okay, so it just deals that extra d6 then. Okay, so go ahead and roll your d4 to hit.
Type, damn you. Oh.
Okay. With that extra 1, you are able to slash through its armor.
And
7 piercing damage.
9 total damage.
Okay, awesome. All right, you pierce through its icy flesh. And next up is Hedges.
Okay. I'm gonna swing the halberd.
Okay, awesome.
I still got advantage, right? Because Clamps is still doing his thing.
It's only on 1 attack.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so no longer. Jeez, you guys.
He gets a d4 too.
Or
right?
it is also just going to clank against it, not hit.
Okay. I guess he can try to hit him with the halberd, but I roll a d4 for that one.
Okay, with that halberd butt attack, you're able to crash onto its flesh. And 7 additional damage. You guys like the sound effects?
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay,
for
go ahead, Herbal.
All right. I really don't have much else I can do by way of being a valuable member of the team. So I will probably just shoot my heavy crossbow again. Oh, actually, No, I know what I will do. I will cast Hail of Thorns.
Ooh.
I have to cast that at level... Oh, this is level 1, because I multi-classed. So for the next minute, all of my attacks get to do an extra d10 of damage. But they get to make a dex saving throw against it, and then they take half damage on the successful one.
For sure.
And I have a feeling this thing's about as dexterous as a fucking ice cube, so...
Yeah.
Alright,
Good.
so let's shoot the ye olde heavy crossbow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, bonus action.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, the crossbow goes right into its neck. The bolt. You didn't throw the crossbow, so yeah, the bolt goes right.
And then, yes!
Sick.
Max damage. And then I get to roll another d10. And then it takes half damage if it makes a dex save.
And what is the save again?
That's a good question.
It's your same AC, so it should be like 8 plus something.
8 plus
It would
proficiency
be
plus your casting mod.
8 proficiency, 15.
Nice. All right, let's see if you can make that dex save. A critical failure. Okay, so this attack on him is enough for him to enough damage for him to fall in place and go prone, falling to the floor and leaving a large wake of a boom around him. But he is prone on the ground now from that attack.
Aha, take that, you big fucking idiot. There we go, I'm not as useless as I thought I was going to be. Anyway,
Smashes to the ground. Anything else?
I don't have anything else to do. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not, I used my other action to cast the spell, so I can't move or anything.
All right. So he's going to take half of his movement speed to shakily raise his arms and legs and go upright again. And seeing you, he's going to, like a bull, bring one of his arms back and legs back to let out a cloud of dirt and stone. And he lets out a big, heavy breath and begins huffing and puffing and begins hauling ass towards you. But is going to only take... Yes. But he is going to only take half of his movement speed. So he's going to go forward. Doesn't get out of anybody else's range. Moves forward half his movement speed, and then turns around once again like a swiveling frog, and swings his great mace at Hedges and Jarnafelt once more.
Guys, we're going to knock him off the cliff.
Are you
I've got a plan.
For real?
I've got a plan.
2 plus 8. You guys, he misses, and it goes right over your heads once again. Wow, this is such a great boss. Isn't he scary? Okay. Next up is Enid.
I am going to... So was your character yelling, I have a plan? I have a plan?
Yeah, I assume this thing doesn't speak English, and if it does, it's probably not going to give a shit. So yeah, I'm gonna yell out, "We're knocking it off the cliff." You know, bring it over here. I've got a plan.
Okay. I'm gonna cast suggestion on it.
Ooh. Okay. Influence a creature you can see range that can understand you. Creatures that can be charmed or immune to effects. Suggestion must be worded in such a manner as the creature's death. Okay. And there is no intelligence requirement, which is dumb, but that's okay.
So, what is the save here? It's 13 is the save, and it's a wisdom save.
Okay, let me go ahead and see if Vord is able to do that before doing what I assume you guys are going to do. Okay, so he makes a wisdom save hearing your whispering words. Oh.
Yes, you rolled 3 2s in a row.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell
1
him
in 4,000 chance.
that he should go stand over by the cliff's edge.
You
Oh,
can
just
tell
kidding.
he's keenly listening to you.
1 in 8,000 chance. My bad.
And then I'm going to move.
If it's purely random, anyway. I doubt that I have a feeling that their dice roller isn't very good.
Oh,
And then
no,
that-
I've always hated the roll 20 dice roller.
And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up is Jarnafelt.
I am going to move here and try to hit it with the one-handed longsword.
Hit.
And
Oh, yeah.
I'm also going to use another divine smite.
Nice.
So is that? I know it just happened. Was it 2d8 or 1d8?
D8.
I'm pretty sure it's like always 2d8, and then you can
D8,
feel like if it's
Plus a
undead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 7 damage of searing holy light.
And that is all I'm going to do for now.
Good sound effect for that.
But one good thing to know too is that like if you crit, your smite damage is doubled as well. So it'd be 48.
Sweet.
Hey. Go ahead, Yumi.
I'm not high enough level for that, so I'm just gonna stab it again.
Yeah.
And where is it? There it is.
Jesus, fuck you guys. Okay. Stab right in the torso below its belly. Well, the torso, yeah, its belly.
Is my
Okay.
sneak attack double too?
For a crit, yeah. Any
Yeah,
damage
so-
dice that you roll is doubled.
Alright,
my God.
so 4d6 plus 4.
Yes.
$19.
Okay. Okay, so
Holy shit.
Rogue, baby.
it has taken a shit ton of damage and is struggling and shrieking once more with its half beast, half human breath. Anything else from Yumi?
Nope, I'm not gonna bother trying to punch this.
Okay, go ahead, Hedges.
As Hedges would say, a wapparoony.
Nice. Right, clang against the armor and not a hit.
D4.
And then I don't.
But that would be 4. Yeah, don't worry about it.
And then action surge or whatever that extra thing he's got for the halberd butt.
Another good hit.
So he can action surge without using the halberd butt, and that'll give him even another attack
So
if
I
you
can
want to use it.
action surge
Yeah.
and try to hit it with the regular blade of the
Halberd again. Yep.
Oh
Hell yeah.
my god! Fuck off, you guys!
We deserve this. We earned this.
Jesus Christ. This is not okay. I'm not okay with this.
I also just realized that I can also use smite attempts, which I should have done with that fucking crit earlier, but I'm dumb.
I also realized you guys haven't been fucking hit once.
It's nice.
It's okay.
You're a
We're
paladin.
about to lure him off the edge anyway. He's gonna fucking super die.
Dakota,
This is the
you're a
dumbest boss
paladin.
fight ever.
No, I thought clerics could use smite too.
No, you get channel divinity. Awesome,
Yeah.
but not smite.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey. And it is now Cerebald's turn as this big ass dumb idiot beast is taking a whopping.
Okay, so I don't know how to like roll this, but this thing is hauling fat ass straight at me. So, and then what I can do, what I want to do is I want it to, as it's running at me, I want to dodge away from it, and then one of my cantrips is fucking, oh shit, let me just look. Oh, mold earth. So I will turn, and you can do that with stone or dirt. So I wanted to turn the end of this thing into a ramp down into the water. And like try and
make it like
take...
a
What?
Do you want to make it like the last 5 feet of it, like a decline?
Yeah, and I can. It works the same. Well, why don't I just fucking post it? It works the same way. I can instantaneously excavate it.
I was gonna say it's literally shape water, but with earth. It's the same exact spell.
So, and you can do that with dirt or stone, and this is stone. So I'll just move, like as it's running at me, I want to dodge out of the way and, oh wait, you know what would be even funnier?
Grease.
It's gonna run at me, and I'm gonna remove the stone out from under me, and then it'll just run right over me because it's gigantic. So then it'll run right over me into the water.
Don't fall.
So you can move like a 5-foot cube.
Yep, 5 foot cube. So I'll move the whole space that I'm standing in. And its legs are on the outside of it, so it's like, and it's 3 squares wide, so it's just gonna fucking haul at me, and then I'll drop down, and well, we'll see what happens when it runs. But so
he's
that's
gonna
my
go
plan,
underneath the Volkswagen Beetle, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
So
That's what I want to happen.
You want to do that as like holding an action for its turn, kind of?
Can I? Yeah. Can I do
Yeah.
that?
Yep. You can, like, so holding an action, you can even specify, like, an exact trigger. Like, the second this creature gets within this square, I'm going to cast Mold Earth. And then it's going to happen, and then, yeah.
It's got to be a 5-foot cube, though. So it would just take out that square that you're on.
Yeah, but that's what I want. Because I want it to just fall beneath. I want to take the dirt out from under myself, and then I will fall, and then it will run right over me.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
the moment that it is in, I'm gonna hold an action and do it on its turn. Because it has been suggested to go to the edge.
Right. Okay. So on Vort's turn, he once again frog swivels over to face Sayerbold, and he lets out another shriek, and moves. Oh, he was right here, I think. So, right. It's now 5 feet away from you.
We get attacks of opportunity, right?
You do get attacks of opportunity.
I don't give a shit. Is this guy still running haul ass?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'm mold earth
So
right under myself.
Well, first we'll do the 3 attacks of opportunity on him.
Oh, from them, I see. Not from me. I get it.
You ready for another crit? Oh. I crit failed.
Add the D4.
I already did. It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nobody makes another crit fail.
Yeah.
You
know
do
what?
get
Fine.
your short sword. What?
I'm going to roll the bless just so I can crit fail that too.
Please crit fail it. Hell yeah.
Oh.
How did you
Okay.
roll 1 F4?
I can't see my keyboard that well. Leave me alone.
Okay, so you do hit it, not enough to damage it, but you also get your short sword wedged between its armor. So your short sword is now in its booty as it runs 40 feet forward.
Crap.
Bye.
I knew Yumi was into some weird stuff.
Jarnafelt.
Oh, that's Hedges.
Okay, Hedges is able to make one swing at him with the halberd, and does hit him.
It's just the 7. The 6 would be if he had to hit the crit.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. All right. It is still not within the damage threshold to be doing horribly, but you are doing significant damage to it. It won't take long.
That 10 is Jarnafelt's hit roll, so he misses.
Okay. Once again, a miss. Okay, he moves 40 feet forward, stares right at Sayrebald. And let's see here. Is going to gore him, or attempt to. So the pointed edge of the nose on its mask. Let's see here. Well, first of all, you're going to move Earth. We'll go ahead and do that. And then after you move Earth and you go downward 5 feet, what else was it that you're going to hold an action to do?
Nothing. I'm not gonna do. Actually, can I do anything else to help?
I don't think so.
Usually with the
Making
held
it
action, you
slow down
can
its ass.
use like one thing.
Okay, yeah. Then I would just cast that. Okay, sweet.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you go ahead and you go 5 feet down into the earth, removing that earth from above you, from below you, and the gore attack swings forward and goes right in the place of where you would have stood, dealing no damage to you, but you can feel the wind of his attack above you. And then immediately after that, he swivels around to face Jarnafelt and Hedges. Lets out another shriek. His hair begins to stand up on end as if now frozen with water. And you can see an icy blue glow emanating from beneath his mask. He reels back and then what you can assume to open his gaping maw and lets out a torrent of ice. And I will show you pretty much where that is going. Actually, this would be a good... Okay. So, it is going to go in a 60-foot cone. That's going to be all the way over here. Oh, Jesus. And let me go ahead and change this to the other layer. Okay, so he goes ahead and he spews out a 60-foot cone of freezing ice. And it is going to hit your little crab boy, Hedges, and Jarnafelt. So you guys are going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, here is Jarnafelt's dex throw.
Yes.
Oh my god. Fuck off.
Here is Hedges. Does
Okay.
protection do any good for him?
Protection from what?
Well, the paladin's got a skill called protection where I can give disadvantage or advantage, or
I think you can do that as a...
I think it's only like melee attacks.
Yeah, it is only melee attacks.
Okay.
Okay, so Jarnafelt stands in place, and the icy breath just wafts right past him, and you feel a cold chill, but you do not take damage from this attack. And I'm not going to say that you are immune to it, but this attack, you don't take any damage, but you are going to take a little bit of force damage from withstanding it, and it pretty much just going right through you. So you're going to take 7 force damage.
A little bit, he says.
Oh yeah, that is a little bit. Just fucking wait and see.
Okay.
Okay. And then Hedges is going to take the full front of this blizzard. If we get any more of this. Of cold, this 60-foot cone blizzard of cold damage. And let's see how much damage we're dealing. 18. 18 cold damage to Hedges. What's his HP?
Wow.
Other HP for Hedges right now.
14.
Okay. And after emitting that long breath of freezing blizzard-like wind, that is going to be the end of his turn.
And then it's
We will
Jarnfeld.
move to Jarnfeld, yep.
I'm going to move up.
The frozen icicles on your armor.
Don't I go after him?
Oh, Enith, I'm sorry. I've got the thing minimized, so it scrolls past
Well, yeah, no
on
worries.
accident. But yeah, go ahead, Enith.
So I'm gonna move up, and then I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on. Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's actually terrible. Okay, I'm just gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Nice.
Let me see that real quick. I'm lowering the volume for myself. Okay, yeah, that is a perfect hit. It splashes between its armor and
Big
flame emits
DPS.
for a single damage.
You know, like a spark that you get off of like a weld or something. You hit him with it, but you just threw a spark at him.
Yep,
Yeah.
just enough. We'll still give you the satisfaction of a
Of a what? Has anyone taken damage?
just have.
I haven't.
Hedges and Jarnfeld.
Okay.
I don't think Jarnfeld got hit, did he?
I got force damage. You're 7 force
Oh
damage.
yeah, the force damage. Yeah.
Okay, so do either of you guys have a ranged weapon?
I do. Oh, no.
I do.
Yeah.
Anyone that's taken damage?
I have javelins and Hedges has hand axes, which I think
Okay.
you can throw.
So I'm gonna target probably Hedges with a healing word. So it heals for 4, and then that triggers my voice of command, so now he gets to make a weapon attack against
Okay.
Big Boy with his hand axe.
Hey, go for it. God fucking Christ. Eat my asshole. Okay, it goes right into his neck for 5 slashing damage. And he is now at critical health.
And then I'm gonna back behind the tree. And that's my turn.
Hey, trees are my thing.
Yeah, for real.
So it's
Go ahead,
Jarnfeld.
Jarnfeld.
I'm gonna move right up to him, and I'm gonna use. I'm gonna try to push him with my shield because I got shield mastery now.
That's adorable. Go ahead.
How do I roll that?
It's a strength check versus their strength. Whoever's highest wins.
Okay.
And you get to like push him how many feet back?
Just says I can shove a creature within 5 feet of me.
Yes,
Wait. Okay, wait. So it says if you take the attack action on your turn, you can use a bonus action. So you can attack him, and then you get to shove him.
I'll do that then.
Go for it. Get a crit, because fuck me.
My
That
still
D4.
Shit, we should have added that to their saving throws as well, but it's okay. Totally forgot.
18.
Okay, yep, you were able to slash at him.
And
You can't shove him.
Yeah, he's too big to be shoved, I'm pretty sure.
It's
That's
only
what
on
you-
creatures
you
your
have
size
to
or
be-
smaller.
Yep.
Yeah, one side. He's 2 sizes larger than you, so yeah.
Oh, I thought Shield Mastery made it so I could shove things that were bigger than me, but I don't know
Yep.
that for
He's
sure.
bigger than you.
Okay.
Oh, dude, also Shield Master, if that was a dex saving throw, you could have used your reaction to take no damage.
Oh well.
Yeah, I just want to point that out for
no
future.
damage from the
For
from the other
future.
symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what its strength roll would have been. Nice.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have won. Yeah, so I guess just 4 damage.
That. Wait, what?
Well, I slashed him with the long
Oh
sword.
yeah. I took the 4 damage already. Yeah.
Can I divine smite for my final one?
The spell file up, sure. Nice. Oh my god, he is barely able to stand, using his mace as a cane as his arm shakes. Blood pooling at his feet. And then freezing.
Jarnafelt's all done.
Okay. And then Yumi and Hedges.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and end this.
Yeah. Should be fairly easy.
D4.
I'm rolling it.
Oh,
16.
just short, just shy. It's between his legs. And we've got Hedges.
He's going to move up. He can hit within 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wapparoony.
See that D4.
Come on, baby.
Alright. That's a good hit. Oh my god! There should
Still
be
alive.
one more hit.
So the halberd butt.
Oh no. You can't hit it with that D4.
It won't matter. I'll go next turn and fuck it up.
That is a
Nice!
hit.
You did it anyway!
Alright, let's butt him right in the face for 6 bludgeoning damage. And you smash his mask right open, revealing a twisted, contorted, beastly human face as you crack his skull. And he slowly begins to shake his arms as his eyes roll back. And he falls flat to the ground. In a pile of dust.
No, you didn't make him fall off the edge, you dick.
Nice plan, nerd.
And a cloud of dust and stone gathers around him, and he is a flat mass pile of silver armor and wavering hair. And you guys are going to gain a collective amount of 1,100 souls.
Divided by 5.
Divided by 4, just so you guys don't lose. Actually, yeah, it's not XP, so it would be divided by 5.
2,200 each.
That's not correct.
Oh, I thought you said 11,000.
Oh, way. 1,100.
2,200 or 200.
220, yeah. 220 souls for you guys, and that's currency once again. Okay. His body falls flat. And the room is silent once more. And as it goes silent, we can hear the sound of sparks. And we can smell smoke. And immediately after that happens, we hear the sound of flames igniting. And the basin once again ignites into an engulfing tower of flame. that dances in the dust and bone basin.
Jarnefeld's gonna inspect the shit out of that mace.
Oh yeah, for fucking real. You grab it and it shrinks in your hand to be your size.
No way.
It is definitely magic in nature. It's icy presence still emanating off of it.
Do I investigate it or?
Yeah, you can
If you want, I have a spell that can just tells us everything there is to know about it.
Yep, Jarnefeld's taking it over to his good friend.
Identify as a material component, though.
It's a ritual.
It still needs the material.
Pretty sure I have it. Yeah, I bought a pearl.
Huh?
Literally session 1.
I can't remember.
Perfect. Okay, so we inspect this great mace. Okay, we inspect this great mace and learn everything that we need to know about it. And I will go ahead and put it in the chat and then recite it for you guys so you can hear it as well as see it. And then I'll put it in other info. Vort's Great Mace. It is a +1 warhammer, technically. It's two-handed. It requires a strength of 16 to wield. Deals 1d10 bludgeoning damage. And it has 3 charges. Once per turn, on a hit, you can expend a charge to deal in addition to 2d4 cold damage. If the target is large or smaller, it makes a DC 40 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the target is frozen in a layer of ice and is paralyzed. Dealing damage to the target breaks it out of the ice and ends the paralyzed condition. At the start of its turn, if the creature is frozen in ice, it can repeat the saving throw, and it regains all charges at dawn.
Cool.
Holy shit.
Once again,
And just so...
What's up?
Well, I was going to say, Yarnafel grabbed that shit. Paralyze gives automatic melee crits. So, like... Ooh-wee!
Yeah.
But once again, it seems to be nothing more than a warhammer, +1 warhammer, unless you guys get some sort of thing that may be able to unlock its true potential.
Perhaps a transposing kiln? Did we learn about that yet? I think
we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ludlith told you guys that the mound makers have stolen it.
Right. Those rapscallions.
So, Sayrbolt
I will be. I was about to say I'm gonna be using mold earth. Luckily, that's a cantrip to just build myself a set of stairs and walk the fuck out. Really mad that my plan didn't work.
Sayrbolt just played Minecraft over there.
Yeah. Oh, the room is silent once more, and we see this engulfed tower of flame dancing over this stone basin. You have your Lothric banner of cloth and a strange insignia.
Can I search this thing for anything else? I want to search the body of this thing.
I would say it is holding nothing more than the warhammer.
Oh, okay. Also, I'm a dipshit and forgot to write down how many souls we got individually.
222.
222?
220.
Oh, okay.
Exactly 1,300 souls right now.
We hear nothing but the roaring fire and the crashing of waves below us.
Then I will take out the banner once more and see if that calls down the fucking whatevers.
Go ahead and do this. That's not it. I'll go ahead. I thought I would be able to do some audio here, but nope. Okay, so you go ahead and you raise this Lothric banner as high as you can above your head, and it waves in the breeze, lapping against the wind of salt water that hits you. And as you do, I actually don't have a picture for this. Let me go ahead and find something simple. Wow, I type in imp, and what comes up is like stone circle platforms and boats, as well as tree stumps and what looks like Atari cartridges. That's really cool.
It's probably returning like Imperial something.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so I'll get. Oh, actually, this one's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. This one's close enough. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is that on the right layer? It is. Okay. And put these guys in place. Big ass map. I gotta move my scroll wheel quite a bit. Okay. So as you do that, you hear the flapping of wings, bat-like wings, and you see off in the distance two pale white imp demon-looking creatures with long spear-ended tails, carrying what looks like spears that are made of bone and are sharpened to be jagged at the edges. And they come towards you, and as they flap above you, 10 feet away, you can see razor sharp teeth that are jutting out of grins that are going from ear to ear. They have no eyes, and they have curling gray demon-like horns. And a few more appear with them, enough to carry all of you, 2 for each. So about 10 of these demons go ahead and surround you guys at the cliff edge. So let me go ahead and just put sticks here to just show this. And they all wave around in the breeze. 2 of them approach Firebald and begin to lift him up into the air if he allows them to.
Yeah, I was told that this is what the procedure was going to be, so yeah, let's let it happen.
Okay, these 2 Batwing demons grab you by your arms and lift you up into the air as you are now flying above the platform that you are sitting on. You guys all witnessed this, and you can see the Batwing demons wait for you to approach, holding their bone spears in one hand.
Well, let's go for a ride, lads.
If we must.
Okay. Is everybody going ahead and approaching the Batwing demons then?
Yep. Jarnfelt and Hedges are, anyway.
Okay, cool. So there are enough Batwing demons once again to hold all of you guys, and you can hear them shriek and cackle, sort of like hyenas mixed with spirit sounds. And they lift you all up, and they carry you over the cliff edge with their flapping bat wings. They're very skinny and frail, and their ribs are exposed, but somehow they are strong enough to hold all of you. Let me go ahead and hide where we're at so you can get a little bit more immersive of an experience. So we go ahead and we get carried off from Lothric Kingdom, and we see in the distance as we turn our head just how large Lothric Kingdom is. It seems to be stacks and stacks and stacks of castles on top of each other, sort of built in layers like stone beneath the earth, where one seems to be, each layer above the other one seems to be more new and less cracked and changing in architecture with each layer above the next. And we get carried off, and we see below us the crumbling remains of the bridge that once stood, that now jut out of the cliffs at the bottom and jut out of the water. And as we go over this sea of rolling waves, we finally see another cliff edge in the distance. That seems to be where the other side of the bridge was. And as we approach it, we also notice what looks like a fortress wall that has crumbled with age, a rusted gate at its front, and wavering, torn red banners coming off of the walls, as well as a what are they called? Bastilla. What is it called? The like giant crossbow.
Ballista.
Ballista. There it is. Ballista. That's what I was trying to say. As well as a wooden rotting ballista at the top of the fortress wall.
Also known as a scorpion.
So let me go ahead and show you guys where we now stand.
How long was the ride over? Was it enough to like take a rest?
I would say you guys were able to get a short rest.
Perfect.
So remind, what is
yeah,
this,
go ahead.
What is a short rest? Do I get hit dice or?
Yeah, you get one hit
You
die.
can choose up to.
You can take as
3
many hit. You can take as many hit dice as you want.
It can be only up to 3 though, right?
As many as your level permits. So like.
Yeah. That's for Hedges because he's in rough shape.
Yeah. You can use all 3 at once, or you can use 1 or 2. It's all up to you. But yeah, if you want to use all 3, you can do that. So you use all 3 then?
That was 1. I'll use all 3, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can use however many. Yeah. Sweet.
That puts him.
So it's 21 then.
Perfectly up to max health.
I'll put Sarabald in front since he was the first to go. So in front of us, we see this scene across this bridge of jutting out uneven stone. We see skeletons of long dead humanoids littering the bridge, as well as, sort of torn apart barrels and boxes that have fallen apart over time, as well as a wagon filled with hay. And at the top of the fortress wall that has crumbled with age, we see 2 soldiers in metal plate armor that have their crossbows drawn. And they seem to be looking at you and talking between each other, but we can't hear what they're saying. And the banners, as far as the insignia on it, you can go ahead and roll to see if you're able to recognize it or not, or choose not to.
Sure. What do we roll to recognize the...
Whatever you are interested in, if it has religious affiliation or historical. Okay. It's also suffered some brain damage and has lost.
I'll roll history as well. I really hope I get a 1 too. Yeah!
Ooh. Anyone else want to roll for this?
Nah.
Or Hedges or Yumi wanting to roll for this?
Jarn already rolled.
I'll roll a 1, okay.
Hedges will roll history, I guess, as well. That's Hedges.
Let's see. I'm actually going to give Jarnafelt advantage, but you got a 4, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see here. With Cerebald's history roll, as well as religion roll, you get a
Cerebald takes a stance in front of the party and decides to give a short lecture.
Okay. This is the insignia of the Blue Sentinels force. And this seems to be a halfway fortress that has grown to old age. But it is what can be discerned as a Blue Sentinels occupied fortress wall that is surrounding forest tree line.
So Jarnafelt now knows that, right?
Yes.
So he must have an insignia of some sort that names him as a Blue Sentinel.
Yeah. We're kind of. Are you wearing any kind of clothes besides your armor?
No, not really.
Okay.
Let's say he's got a cloak or something on with the blue sentinel thing. I don't know.
A shield.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we can say that insignia is on your shield.
Yeah, so he's gonna put his shield up and just walk forward.
Let's see. Okay, so Jarnafel walks forward. Does anyone follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow, but I'm gonna like stay to the outskirts, kind of.
Hedges would follow as well, but I've lost control again.
Oh god. Okay.
Is the token like assigned as Hedges?
Yeah, it's copied and pasted.
Where?
So this is before, it was given over control over to Jarnafel. So I've got to keep changing it for each copy. Okay. You guys all approach, and these, what you can now discern to be Blue Sentinel Knights, raise their heavy crossbows and shout to you, muffled behind their helmets. They say, "Halt! Who goes there? Who was able to cross the bridge from Lothric Castle to the Undead Settlement?"
Jarnafelt will yell
I'm
back.
King Arthur. Can we do the Monty Python sketch?
Yeah, because everybody did in high school, yeah.
Jarnafelt.
No, the weight of an African swallow.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I had to meme for a second.
Yeah, keep going.
Jarnafelt will say, "One of your comrades in arms," and step forward some more. Just one more step, I guess. And showing his
Proof
shield.
of your camaraderie. Okay, and then you showed the shield.
Yeah.
Okay, they lower their heavy crossbows and they speak to each other, and you can hear mumbling and muttering of sort of excitement and shock. And they say, "Who are these humans that travel with you?"
They are my comrades, and they are trustworthy. I vouch for them.
"Forward, those who travel with a fellow Blue Sentinel. Who are you, and what brings you to our halfway fortress?"
I would also step forward and give the short version of my story, which is actually, I wonder if I would know this before I would say it. Is bringing up my past going to put me or the party in danger?
That is something that you would only be able to assume. You're not sure what others in this region think about where you come from, as well as its affiliation. I mean, you could do some sort of roll, whatever you think would be able to discern.
I've got no idea.
Okay.
Let's not make this. I'm not gonna give him the fucking spiel. He's not. I don't think it's worth giving it to him, especially knowing that I don't know whether or not saying it out loud might put me in some danger. I'll just say that I am an archer from a kingdom far from here, along for a journey of adventure and self-discovery after my what's the right word? After my what battalion? I don't know. Whatever regiment, the group, the army, whatever. The archers.
Would you mention the Royal Archers?
No, but I am though it's not great. My the color would be that silver and light blue that is characteristic of the guards in the palace. But it would look. I am wearing what my character looks like. Like Sairbald's picture is his character sheet. That's what he looks like. That's what he's wearing. Except the color scheme is different. Actually, I'm not wearing full plate armor yet, but I'm going to hopefully. Right now, I'm just. Yeah, I'm wearing the Hollow Soldier armor, but I do have that.
You're still wearing the Hollow Soldier armor.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's better armor than what I had before.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you say you are one of the royal archers of would you say specifically what kingdom?
No.
Okay, part of a regiment of royal archers. Okay, all right, and they say you there, the three of you behind them, and you hiding, you frail old woman. I'm not sure how you made it this far. Who are the rest of you?
Hedges will step forward and say, I actually don't know Hedges' backstory, but he's unkindled ash, and I am seeking Ember, or the Lords of Cinder. Just
Okay.
short and sweet.
Lords of Cinder absconded. Those who lay at the base of Lothric Castle, who have gone back to their homes where they once crawled out of. Very well. And the rest of you.
Enid's gonna stand out, but she's not, or step out, but she's not gonna, like, obviously she's seeing. She's just not gonna say anything, really.
Speak up, old woman. We must know everybody who enters these fortresses. It has been scarred by battle in the past, and we are willing to take in no one of kind that we do not know.
Surely an old woman wouldn't be too much harm.
Our magic uses abound in the roads of sacrifices. We would not be stupid and foolish enough to not assume one could make it from Lothric Castle.
I mean, I've been escorted by these fine fellows.
Persuasion roll.
Ooh, charisma, my best stat.
It really seems like -2.
Okay. They would say, well, if you're traveling with a blue sentinel and one of our own vouches for you, then we will trust that you mean us no harm or hostility. And one of them goes ahead and goes backwards to the back of the wall, and you hear a crank begin to raise the rusty gate forward as it screeches obnoxiously as it raises.
So you guys just don't like old women. You're fine with young ones. And she points over at Yumi. It seems this land. It seems a bit prejudiced.
Audible groaning.
So the gates, the portcullis screeches open in its rust, and you can also see dents in it as if some large creatures had tried to bash through it. And you can see a heavily traveled dirt road past long, overgrown grass that leads past it. And the Blue Sentinels would say to you, the Undead Settlement is just ahead. It is a haven for passive hollows who wish to live a life in this fragile, dying time. I'm sure if you show no hostility to them, they will welcome you with open arms, knowing we are here to guide their lives and guard them. You may proceed forward.
All right, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, as we walk forward, though, Enid looks over at Yarn and she goes, Did you see that gate? I bet you could have broken through that gate.
That's what I thought too when I said it.
Jarnafel just nods.
Yeah, he got a twinkle in his eye from that. So we continue forward through the portcullis, and we go down a very heavily traveled dirt trail that is, weeds are sprouting out of the dirt, and overgrown grass and flowers just sort of blossom out each side of it. And we go around a corner of forest trees, and we hear the roaring of a bonfire and see it flickering in the distance as it begins to become dusk. So the sun has set. There's some leftover light. from it going over the horizon. But it is very close to nightfall, and we can hear crickets in the background. So we travel forward, and we get past this tree line, and we see. Well, first we hear the rolling of wheelbarrows, the stacking of barrels, and the organizing of just like hay being set on top of each other. And we can hear the rapid knocking of like hammers against nails, doors opening and shutting, and just the mumble of common folk wandering around. And we go ahead and walk forward past this twist in the road. And this is going to be 10-foot squares. We see a small settlement of a few built up houses that are sort of just kind of like shanty houses, not very well crafted, pretty much the best that common folk can do. And there's a very large tree that is blossoming, unlike the twisting gray trees around it. And it has a very large bonfire that is thriving before it and lighting the settlement in the darkness. And we see ragged hollows once again that turn to look at us, seem curious and inquisitive, but continue about their business. Some of them peeking out of small plank-covered windows with their fingers sticking out of the darkness, just staring at us with their hollow husks and sunken-in eyes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Let's investigate that tree.
You will actually, it's 9. So I'm not sure if you guys were wanting to do a cliffhanger here. Totally up to you, or keep going for a little bit. Pretty much.
I need to go get groceries, so I was planning on doing
Cool.
that when the session was. So if we
I
could
want to cut it
cliffhanger.
off for you guys if you were not wanting to cut it off and sort of blue ball you. But
Now, I will say though that I'm willing to be outvoted. That if everyone else or a majority of everyone else wants to continue, I'm willing to just be like, man, fuck it, I'll play for a little while longer.
I'm fine
I'm
either
fine
way.
with stopping.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, either one.
okay, cool. So
Then I
majority
guess we'll stop.
okay with either one. So yeah, this next session we will go ahead and investigate what looks to be a portion of the Undead Settlement, as well as its common folk that are currently staying here. And we will figure out what we'll do next. So thanks everybody for playing.